some golden memories were made in Navan yesterday afternoon, the kind of which that will probably never dim with time. As the last seconds of the 4th minute of stoppage time ticked away on the big screen in Pairc Tailteann, scores of kids down by the wire, a happy sea of black and amber, counted each one down. In high-pitched tones, they shouted in unison, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, each kid inspired for the rest of their lives. The demoralised An Spidéal players were probably wanting the sound of the final whistle just as much as St Enda's Glengormley. For this All-Ireland intermediate semi-final was over before half-time. The interim champions brought their A game and were superb. Not only will they take some stopping in next month's All-Ireland final against Kerry champions Kilcommon, they will take some stopping for as long as they stick together. There was so much to admire about the Hightown Road footballers in Navan yesterday. Huge credit must go to manager Frank Fitzsimmons and his backroom team. This was the biggest game of the players' lives, but they dismissed the occasion and simply played the game. Their intensity, their fitness, their tackling, their composure, their hunger and, most of all, their confidence was a sight to behold. Due to injury, Damien Gault hadn't started a championship match all season. He slotted in at fullback and was imperious. Nobody got past cornerback Killian Jennings, who gave an exhibition of clean tackling. Centre-back James Macaulay played more in the opposition's half of the field than his own. Ethan Gibson didn't put a foot wrong at midfield and claimed numerous assists. And there is not a better balanced forward line in club football in Ulster than St Enda's. Peter and Christian Healy played like thoroughbreds. Every time Rory Scott galloped forward, An Spidéal had no answers. Trying to contain Odern Eastwood was like a tank trying to corner a wasp, while corner forward Owen Nagel was a box of tricks and never lost one possession. All over the field, the Connacht champions couldn't live with them. But, like all things, the big sleep, the imperturbable Joe Maskey put everyone in the shade in Navan yesterday. The towering St Enda's midfielder scored a goal players only dream about. When An Spidéal, keeper Magnus Brethnick gallivanted up the pitch, only to be turned over by some tenacious tackling, Maskey collected possession and let fly from 50 meters. The ball soared high into the air and was destined for one place, An Spidéal's unguarded net. Maskey's memorable major put the Hightown Road men 3-4 to 0-4 ahead. Although An Spidéal would hit the next 3 points to narrow the deficit to 3-4 to 0-7, the Galway men were beaten docket after Maskey's wonder goal 4 minutes before the interval. Taking a break from signing autographs, the club's reluctant legend said, "I've never scored a goal like that and I probably won't again. Somebody came over to me and showed me it on a WhatsApp video. The keeper fumbled it and I just said I'd give it a go. It's unbelievable," Maskey added. "I knew at halftime that we were in a good place mentally and physically. We went out in the second half and just kept up the pace. What a feeling." In the 8th minute, the fleet-footed Christian Healy netted after a flowing move involving Gibson and Nagel, and 12 minutes later Rory Scott grabbed St Enda's second of 3 first-half majors despite a gallant attempt from Brethnick. Antano-Laoi and Cormac Lee grabbed 7 frees between them for An Spidéal, but each score was token resistance. The Ulstermen had further goal chances in the second half, with Eastwood hitting the post and Peter Healy watching his effort come off the crossbar. A minor quibble was that St Enda's could have been more clinical in front of the posts at times, but they probably knew their opponents didn't have enough quality to hurt them in the second half. The Connacht men persisted in running the ball and rarely, if ever, kicked it into their 3-man full forward line. They found a couple of openings at various stages, but they simply couldn't live with St Enda's ferocious tackling. In the closing stages, Kieran O'Laoi was red-carded for a wild tackle on Peter Healy. In his first year in charge at St Enda's, Fitzsimmons has delivered county and provincial silverware and guided the club to their first ever All-Ireland final against Kerry's Kilcommon on February 9 at Croke Park. Afterwards, Fitzsimmons said, "The travelling support here was fantastic. It's a super club. The boys went out there and expressed themselves for most of the game. It's good to see that, because the last thing you want to do is come down here and not perform. That's all we asked and that's what we got today." Peter Healy, Christian Healy, Odrin Eastwood, "Boys like that, James McCauley, Joe Maskey, calm heads. Owen Nagel was fantastic up front. It's going to take a good team to beat us. I'm proud of the boys today. That was some performance." The real-life fairy tale up on the Hightown Road continues. This St Enda's team will take some stopping next month. An Spidéal, Galway, M. Brethnick, E.O. Dwanian, 0-1, E.O. Conlon, L. Kelly, COLAOI, M. O'Curran, S. O'Dwanian, D. McEnry, P.E.O. Kira 1, 0-1, S. O'Kira 1, 0-1, AOLAOI, 0-4 Freeze, L. O'Conghiley, B. Connolly, C. Lee, 0-3 Freeze, COCAOIMH subs, A.O. Kira 1, 0-1, for L. O'Conghiley, 54, A.O. Dwanian for COCAOIMH, 63, blood substitution, A.O. Dwanian for E.O. Conlon, 24-26, yellow cards, D. McNary, 54, red cards, COLAOI, 58, black card. B. Mac Cathal all replaced E.O. Dwanian, 43-44, St Enda's, Glengormley, interim, P. Flood, K. Jennings, D. Galt, M. McNamee, C. Little, J. McCauley, C. McCauley, E. Gibson, J. Maskey, 1-0, P. Healy, R. Scott, 1-1, K. Healy, 1-0, M. Morgan, O. Eastwood, 0-7, 0-6 Freeze, E. Nagel, 0-1, subs, C. O'Neill, for M. Morgan, H.T., P. Curran for E. Gibson, 61, D. Walsh for O. Eastwood, 63, yellow cards, M. Morgan, 6, J. Maskey, 15, D. Galt, 29, C. McCauley, 39, C. O'Neill, 50, K. Healy, 61, referee, and Cullen, Famana.